Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back. My name is Asad Yaqub and I am from Lahore, Pakistan, and I teach IELTS in Lahore, Pakistan, but now with the help of you guys I teach IELTS all over the world. Okay, I'm really excited while making this video. Thank you all. Thank you very much, people of Pakistan, people of India, Sikh people, Sat Sri Akal, right? I can speak Punjabi as well. Mainu Punjabi bhi aandi hai, main tare na Punjabi ch bhi galbaat kar sakna hai, idda kidda bhi kar sakna hai, okay? And I like Punjabi movies very much, by the way, the Punjabi comedy movies. And I'm really planning to visit India, and you guys are going to help me. The people who are in India, I mean, if you want to arrange any of my workshops, any of my seminars, and I'm really planning to visit India, and I'll be conducting IELTS workshops there. So you can see, if you are an organizer, you can invite me there, and I would love to visit India, and I'll conduct. And this offer is valid elsewhere in Dubai or anywhere. If you want my IELTS program, I can conduct 1-day workshop, I can conduct 1-week workshop, a complete training of IELTS. So if there is anything, I am available for that. I am ready, because I love traveling, and teaching and training is my passion. So teaching and training mixed with traveling becomes my obsession. Okay, so I would be really happy if anybody's gonna contact me. My WhatsApp number is given, so you can just contact me and I can come over and I can teach IELTS like I'm teaching right now. Okay, anyways, let's take a start. The next type of questions which we are going to do, that is called flow chart completion. They are going to give you a flow chart. Within the flow chart there are certain procedures, right? For example, this is the first procedure, second, third, fourth, and all that, and you got to find the answers. Now the first thing is, you need to see what is the title of the flow chart. The flow chart I'm showing you here, it's got the title Peter Falkingham's computer model. Now you got to read about Peter Falkingham's computer model, and once you start reading about that, once you find it, then you got to see what are the questions, and there you need to find. So in flow chart there are the blanks, right? There are the blanks, and you got to complete the blanks. You got to complete the sentences. Sometimes there are the sentences, sometimes there are the notes. Notes are incomplete sentences. Sentences are the complete ones with a full stop. They make grammatical sense as well. Anyways, let's take a start. Don't worry, don't feel panic, don't worry about IELTS reading. I am here, come on, okay? Together we are going to kill IELTS reading. We are going to actually master IELTS reading, and then IELTS reading will not be a trouble for you with the help of my tips and techniques. And you know, I'm telling you a good thing. I mean, I'm not a guy who is just telling you do this, do that, this is how you can get a good band score in IELTS. I'm a guy who's done it all. I've taken IELTS 2 times with 8 bands, right? And before teaching you any test, I go through the test myself. I take the test myself, and let me tell you, there are many videos available on YouTube, and they are the videos of the foreigners. A native speaker of English language cannot give you better tips than a non-native speaker. I'm a non-native speaker. English is my second, third language, right? Now I can give you better tips because I can understand your pain. I can understand your pain. I can feel the way you guys feel. Once upon a time I felt the same pain, and then I did something to overcome that pain, so I can help you. The foreigners, they cannot do that. The native speakers, they cannot do that. So that is why my videos are becoming more popular, because of you guys and we've got the same pain, and I'm gonna rectify, I'm gonna give you the medicine for that very pain. Anyways, okay, I mean, I have to entertain you as well, otherwise you guys are not gonna be happy with my videos, right? So let's take a start. This is the this is the flowchart completion, and we're going to go on with flowchart completion. So let's take a start. The questions are here. Mud is simulated, underline the word mud, in circle, underline whatever, right? Mud is simulated with attention to its texture. Now one thing is texture and thickness, okay? So mud is simulated with attention to its texture and thickness, and how much dash it contains. Underline the word contains. Contains, content, and all that. So where you are going to find the word mud, You got to find texture. They might use another word for texture. You got to find thickness. They might use another word for thickness. But the thing like contains. Now here they've used verb. There they might use a noun. Right here it contains. They might use the word content. So contains, content. Right, that is gonna be your answer. Let's see where they've written about mud. I got it. Yes, it's here. Flangingham uses computational techniques to model a volume of mud. Now see, it's all about the computer model, and mud is simulated with attention to its texture and thickness and how much dash it contains. Of mud and control the moisture. Now moisture has come here. Moisture content consistently and other conditions to simulate the mud. Okay, now see it carefully. He says Flangingham uses computational techniques to model a volume of mud and control the moisture content. Now what does he control? The moisture content. Moisture content. Now what is it? Mud is simulated with attention to its texture and thickness and how much moisture it contains. Right, contents. Here they've used the word moisture content, and then you read ahead, consistently and other conditions to simulate the mud of prehistoric times. So the answer is going to be moisture. You know what happens in reading? Sometimes the answer is found and then you are convinced, and sometimes the answer is found, you say, is this the answer? But how? Now you got to read it. I've shown you the paragraph. Read the paragraph. I've shown you the question. Read the question, and now this is your job to convince yourself, because I've convinced you on the right answer. Let's go ahead. The next procedure is a virtual foot produces and all that. You can go through it very quickly. I mean, in a flow chart where there is a question, read it carefully, and where there is no question, just overlook it and go ahead. Then the footprint is dissected and examined from all angles. Next, levels of dash are measured within the footprint. Now underline level and underline measure. Now for level they can use any other word. For measurement they can use any other word. Measure, compute, right? Things like that are measured within the footprint. Now levels of dash are measured within the footprints. I told you the technique, convert it into a question. Levels of what are measured within the footprint? Means within the footprint, what sort of levels do they actually measure? Right? That's what you need to keep in mind. So level and measure. Now there can be any word for level, there can be any word for measurement, compute, computational and all that, and we got to find it. Let's just do it. A footprint is then made in the digital mud by a virtual foot. This footprint can be chopped up and viewed from any angle, and stress values can be extracted and calculated. Wow, Cambridge people, you are very clever. Okay, levels of dash are measured, and here they've used the word calculated. Right, now level of what is measured and calculated? It is that, and stress values can be extracted and calculated. Stress values can be extracted and calculated. Levels of what's the answer? Stress. Very good. Levels of stress are measured within the footprint. See that? They are very, very clever. Okay. Anyways, let's go ahead. Feeling okay now? Alright, good. You should smile while doing this reading test, huh? Good. Multiple simulations relate footprints. Now you need to underline multiple simulations relate footprints. Underline footprints to different types of. Underline the word types of. Types of. Now you got to see multiple simulations relate footprints to different types of what? Types of, kind of, sort of. Right? So you need to keep in mind these type of words, and then you're gonna find the answer. Right? Types of, kind of, sort of, and all that. So anyways, let's just see. They've written here, I am showing it to you, by running hundreds of these simulations. Now we got it, simulations. By running hundreds of these simulations simultaneously or supercomputers, Flangingham can start to understand what types of footprint would be expected. Now what type of footprints can be expected? Now what's the question? they've written multiple simulations relate footprints to different types of. Now footprints is already here now. Relate footprints to different types of what? Types of footprints would be expected if an animal moves in a certain way over a given kind of ground. Now actually what they did, they related the footprints to different types of what? Given kind of ground. Right? So the answer is going to be ground. Fantastic. Multiple simulations relate footprints to different types of ground. That's gonna be the answer. Very, very simple, but you know, you gotta just read it. Let's go ahead. The last question here is more accurate interpretation of dash is possible. Now, more accurate interpretation, right? Now, this is going to be the clue word. More accurate interpretation of dash is possible. Now, we got to just keep this in mind. Accurate interpretation of what? Okay. And the answers are, I'm telling you, in flow chart, the answers are going to be in the same order. I mean, you found one answer, then read ahead, you'll find the next answer, then read ahead, you'll find the next answer, and all that. I'm reading ahead after ground. Looking at the variation in the virtual tracks, researchers can make sense of. Now, what are they saying? Researchers can make sense of fossil tracks with greater confidence. More accurate interpretation. Now, more accurate interpretation, and there they've used the word greater confidence. Now, what can they do with greater confidence? Researchers can make sense of fossil tracks. Researchers can make sense of. Make sense of means is possible, right? More accurate interpretation of dash is possible. Make sense of fossil tracks with great confidence. Fossil tracks is going to be the answer of question number 13. It's simple, okay? If you're not able to understand it now, please wait and then try to do it once again, and you will just see it's actually making sense. So for flow chart, the answers and the passage, they are in the same order. Once you find the answer of one question, read ahead, the next is there, read ahead, the next is there. They are actually grouped together. I hope you would have enjoyed this video on reading, and your confusion about reading would reduce by watching my videos. I've made these videos especially after receiving the feedback from a lot of students who watch my videos. So I made this video so that I could help them out with reading module, because everybody is worried about reading. You can manage with listening, you can manage with writing, that needs practice, you can manage with speaking, but reading is the module where you need some special help, because if you are practicing reading without tips, if you are practicing reading without proper instructions, you are banging your head against the brick wall, or you are beating around the bush. That is an idiom in English language. So I will not let you bang your head against the brick wall. I will not let you beat around the bush. I will help you and check my confidence. I mean, see how much sincere I am with you while making this video, that I really want to tell you to do IELTS reading in a very accurate way. Thank you very much. If you like this video, go ahead and click on the like button. If you've got any comment, please give a comment as well. And don't forget to subscribe my channel, because if you subscribe my channel, I can develop a big community of IELTS lovers or IELTS candidates, and I can share a lot of stuff with you as well. And I teach IELTS online. I can be your IELTS trainer online. If you want to join my IELTS classes, you can contact me for that as well. My WhatsApp number is given, so you can contact me and I can give you online classes all by myself. I don't have other teachers. I will teach you IELTS personally. And if you want to prepare for IELTS at home, you can get this course. It's Easy IELTS Kit. This kit has 4 books and 8 video DVDs. These are my own video DVDs, and in the book I've given some practice tests as well. I've explained some tests in a great detail, so you can just get this kit. It's available. Its price is quite economical. You can get it quite easily. Thank you very much. Asad Yaqub wishes you all the best, and I wish you a fantastic band score in IELTS. Take care. Bye-bye.